I'm here because I am a roaring lion crying out righteousness. So we're in a battle. We're the righteous against the wicked up here in Harlem, New York City. And we have survived Obama years. I'll get back to that teaching shortly. And we're going to survive the LGBTQ, this, if you will, battle of the righteous and the wicked in their attempt to take down our church and ministry, and take down the sign and the cross and the blood of Jesus. And what we're going to do, since we do that, we're going to get organized and we're going to buy back Harlem and take down their signs. We're going to buy Harlem for the righteous and take down the signs and the symbols of the wicked. Yes, we are. That's what we're going to do. But we need to get started fighting this battle here, with this foreclosure battle. Now, I want to say a word here, because a lot of people, I've made fun of the guy who says, well, you're a Sabbath worshiper. The Lord said, I can go to church any day, so Sunday. But that's not true. But I didn't, but people hold that against me. And here's another thing people hold against me. Yeah, you ain't for the black man. Wasn't for our first black president. Oh, wow, boy, African and American. Yeah, our first black president. He was also black and white, too, by the way. Yeah, our first black president. He ain't for Obama. We black people got to stick together. We once slaves here in America, and now we done got ourselves a president. And Pastor Manny talked him down. Wasn't for him. Talked about his mama. All right, okay. It ain't for the black man. It ain't for the black man. Let me say something to you. This is a tad painful. Hamites is who they are. They're not black. I ain't never seen no black person. I ain't never seen no white one either, by the way. They're Hamites is who they are. And the others are called Japheth and Shemites. Jews and, if you will, Caucasians. But the Hamite people have never really built anything. Now, we built that cross from scratch. The pedestal that you see that goes up 6 feet also goes down into the earth 6 feet. And then we got 3-foot wings on it at the bottom down at 6 feet down into the ground. We got 3-foot wings on either side, north and south, so it won't blow this way. It's stable. We built that. Now, it's not a major building, but it's something that's been built by me. See, that pedestal that you see that the announcement board is on goes 6 feet down into the ground. And then on the south side and the north side, there are wings 3 feet, concrete. It is concrete, goes down 6 feet, and then the concrete goes up 3 feet and out 3 feet, so you can't push it over. You can't push it over. The Lord told me to put it out there, and I built that. Now, it's not a major building. No, it isn't. But it's something that wasn't in Harlem till I got here. And we built it, and it's a landmark. It's something that will be, that it just should never come down. It's beautiful. And by the way, we redesigned the courtyard as well. But except for churches, Hamite people don't build very much. And it's not in their spirit. And they don't realize that it isn't in their DNA. They don't realize that they have gone through their lives without building major buildings or constructions that create a humanitarian type of an environment that is cosmopolitan and very comfortable. Now, they love to live in comfortable houses. LeBron James paid $34 million for a house out there in Beverly Hills. They love to live in them, but they don't build them. They don't build cosmopolitan cities. They don't build great hotels. They don't build great office buildings and skyscrapers. And the issue here, now this is a little bit painful. Everybody said I said because I hate. I'll tell you something. There ain't nobody that love the Hamite brother more than me. And there ain't nobody. You can't find nobody that love him. But the reason why I tell him the truth is because I love him. That's why I tell him the truth. Now, when I tell him the truth, he thinks it's hate speech. He knows it's true. Many of them told, well, we know it's true, but you shouldn't be saying to everybody, but it's true. And the only way you're going to move from that is start thinking about building is you got to be told the truth. And for us to take Harlem for the righteous, I've got to keep preaching this more intensely than I've preached it. I can't let the devil stop me from preaching sermons about the ineffectiveness of the black man and not building anything. He don't even take care of his children. The black man don't. He don't. He doesn't build anything, and he blames white folk for everything. And it's got to be said. You cannot just let him continue to deteriorate the way he's deteriorating. He's getting worse, the black man, on a global scale every day. And so I got to tell him the truth. I don't hate my brother. I don't hate him. The only thing he responds to is when you teach hate against the white man. Then you can get his attention. But he hasn't built anything. And he's, talking about this fellow Eddie Gloyd, that being used by the Japheth people on MSNBC, and he's an African studies professor at Princeton University, stirring up hate all day long. But he ain't never built a school. He's working at Princeton, but he ain't never built no Princeton. At least Booker T. Washington built Tuskegee Institute. And years ago, we used to build schools. Howard University, Fisk, Tuskegee, Shaw, Morgan State, Spelman, Morehouse. We don't do none of that anymore. And we're building less. Now, somebody got to tell that brother that he's not building. Somebody got to tell him. And the fact that I built a school here and educate his children, feed his children, and the brother won't even give me a dime. All he does is badmouth me. I feed his children, I educate his children, and he hey, for the black man. Somebody got to tell the truth. Somebody got to stop this lunacy called civil rights, Black Lives Matter, all this Africanism. Somebody got to stop the lunacy. We're always talking about Africa, but nobody want to go back and live in Africa. Oh, we African. Yeah, then go to hell back to Africa and live in Africa. LeBron James ain't going to leave his $34 million house and go to live in Africa. I can tell you that right now. You can't even find a great restaurant in Africa. Come on now. Oh, we African. We African. We African. That boy up there in Buffalo today told we African American. Hell, you don't want to go back and live in Africa. I guarantee you, with that shooting going up there in Buffalo and anywhere else, he ain't leaving Buffalo or he ain't leaving America. He ain't going to Africa, I can tell you that, right? Oh, we Africa. We got to stop it. We got to stop it. I'm not against Africa. I went there. I've traveled there. I've been there several times. I've been to South Africa. I prayed there and will do everything I can to help people. But I'm not going to ignore the fact that there's something deficient about the people from the land, that we've not made major contributions. Now, we can do it. That's why I tell you, because I believe what we can. I'm not saying it because I don't think we can. I'm saying it because I believe. But we got to stop this shucking and jiving, all this Africa talk, and ain't doing a damn thing. They haven't built anything. They can't show me one building. If it ain't a church, that you build. Buying the white man's building, though. Going to the white man's hotel asking for the biggest room and the biggest bottle of champagne in the white man's hotel. Ain't never built one yourself. I don't say that because of hate. I say it because I'm saying, come on, let's build one. I tried to get them to build an arch here, a memorial tombstone on 125th Street to memorialize the Africans that died in the Middle Passage during the 250 years of slave trade. I tried to get them to build that. Now, one of them called me and said, because they're not interested in building. Now, if I said, let's go burn something down. Show them that arch, Mr. Engineer. Now, one of them have called me and said, it's a good idea. Let's build that right there in Harlem as a memorial for those that died in the Middle Passage. Not one of them called. Not one of them. But the thing of it is that systematically, intellectually, spiritually, he doesn't know his deficiency. The black man doesn't. He doesn't know his deficiency. I mean, you know, it's like when it comes to him being a major builder of cosmopolitan sort developer, it's like asking a bunch of Jewish boys to play a basketball, to put together some basketball team to play the Chicago Bulls. Of course, they could probably beat the New York Knicks. New York Knicks are the worst team on planet. Have y'all seen them? Do the Knicks play basketball anymore? A Jewish from a Jewish school team of basketball could beat the Knicks. All right, so here, I don't put the black man down. I love him. I just tell him the truth. I'm not going to lie to him. He's not a good provider. Many of them, some of them are, but most of them are not. He don't understand. Listen, they're running around here now talking about that white boy that killed them people up there in Buffalo, 10 people. Everybody, all you can see on CNN. Hey, Joe Biden and Jill Biden was up there this morning laying the Reeves. 10 black people get killed in Chicago every weekend. You don't hear a word about it because it's killed by black folk. And by the way, you know, there was a shooting out in a church in Orange County, California, Sunday, right? But it's about shooting by a Chinese guy. You don't even know his name because he's Chinese. And he shot, but it had to been, and shooting Chinese people. Had it been black, white on black, well, they'd be all over the stuff. They wouldn't know which way to go. They'd have two competing stories. And the media knows, listen, wealthy folk know that there's a gene missing in the black man in terms of development and building. Now he's got an extra power gene when it comes to sports, baseball, football. They can throw a football 3-4-3. I mean, and basketball, they can shoot 3-pointers from the half-point line with a patch over one eye. You got an extra gene there. But when it comes to developing nations like ATLAH, of building buildings and building great schools, he has a deficiency of that gene. Yeah, deficiency. And it's not that gene cannot be spawned and be raised up in him, but he's been cursed. And God has sent me here to break the curse, to teach him, to help him. It's just simple, basic truth. You can't compete with him on the basketball team. You can't do it. You can't compete with him. You know, and if it comes to athletics and sports, you can't compete with him. He's going to run circles around you. But he can't compete with cosmopolitan development. And he need to be told. And then the other thing is this: you're going to always have racial problems, racial indifferences. When you're poor and you're undeveloped, you're not equitized, you don't have investments, you got to have property and land and development and businesses and old money to elevate people, to give yourself a different status. And so long as you're living without that in a world where God told us to be fruitful and to multiply and to replenish the earth, and yet you're the bottom of the totem pole. It ain't all the civil rights, all the black presidents, all the red presidents ain't gonna stop you if you're still at the bottom of the totem pole. And putting a man in political office is not gonna raise you. You're gonna have to have a gene pool that where everybody agrees and say, wait a minute, Dr. Manning's preaching the truth about us. We need to get down on our knees and pray that God would give us a spirit. We want to live in these great cities, want to be the mayors of them, but we don't know how to build them. And we don't understand that we don't know. And the man is trying to help us. He don't hate us. He lives with us, prays with us, prayed for, feeds and educates our children. We need to pray for him. Listen to the man. Listen to Pastor Manning, what you need to do. And so so for me, it's a double whammy. First of all, he's deficient of development. He is deficient. The black man, the homo, he's a Hamite now. He is deficient of that cosmopolitan development spirit. However, he loves those nice hotels. He loves to live in those $34 million houses, but he don't build them. He is deficient of the spirit and the ability to build. But he's over, if you will, gened up in sports or even singing and dancing and clowning. Well, he's good at that. He's good at it. It's hard to beat him. It's hard to beat him singing and dancing. No. But beyond that, so I'm just telling him, he ain't for the black man. It's always putting down the black man. He ain't for the black. Wasn't for our first black president. Obama's our first black. It's another thing. Hell, Obama wasn't black. Man had a white mama. How you gonna get a black man out of a white woman's vagina? You really do believe in magic. The only way Obama could be black coming out of a white woman would be black magic. It would have to be black magic for Obama to have been black. His mama's white. Well, I don't know. We made a lot of progress in civil rights. Yeah, that's right. He showed that. He showed that. You're poor now. You're at the bottom of the totem pole. Mexicans got more status now. Coming across the border, can't even speak English, got more status than black folk. Well, we got mayors of every city. All they're doing, they're just gatekeepers of these major cities. They don't have no power. They better not try to do anything without asking the white, if you will, bankers that bankroll their campaign and pull their puppet string. They better not try to do anything in these cities on the level of what I'm talking about. So I wanted to clear that up. All right. Now I understand a lot of people, they're not going to appreciate that. They're not going. They hear it. They know it's true. It is painful as having your tooth pulled without an anesthetic. It's more painful than that. I know. They know it. They know that. That's why it's painful. But they ain't gonna never turn around and say that's some people. They're not gonna be one or two people are gonna have to say, "Wait a minute, the man is right. Pastor Manning is right." But most are gonna keep on going down that road of listening to charlatans like Al Sharpton, hustlers, race baiters. Keep on hoping that somehow or another. Well, our first black president didn't really do it. Well, we can get a black woman. Camelback ain't black Harris. Camelback Harris. Oh, she was vice president. Oh, she'd be our first one president. And maybe she'll do it. So I wanted to be able to say those things. Help me keep the cross and the blood of Jesus standing in Harlem. Don't let them turn out the lights. We're going to be successful. We're going to be successful. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you an out. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you an out. They're not going to take it down because we're not going to lose the property. That's the first thing. And maybe the blood of Jesus won't be, even though you don't help, the blood of Jesus won't be on your hand because it's not going down. But I can guarantee you this, the blessings of Jesus won't be in your hands either. I can guarantee you that. The blessings of Jesus won't be in your hand. And when you finally meet him, he's going to say, "Depart from me, ye worker of iniquity." Depart from me, where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth. I'm James David Manning, everybody. I'm the Lord's servant.
I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the waters. I shall not be moved. planted by the waters. I shall not be moved. When I need your guidance, I shall turn to you. Lord, when I need your guidance, I shall turn to you. Just like a tree that's planted by the waters, oh, I shall not be moved. Lord, when I need your power, I shall turn to you. Lord, when I need your power, I shall turn to you. Just like a tree that's planted by the waters, I shall not be moved. Lord, when I need your healing, I shall turn to you. Lord, when I need your healing, I shall turn to you. Just like a tree that's planted by the waters, oh, I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved. Lord, I shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's planted by the water.